All right, everybody, come on, make your way back to your seats. I'm gonna go ahead and get started.
Oh, it said they just by the phone. So they've been on fire. I actually just got it.
This is probably 5 years, but back in the day.
Jesus video.
Is it running right now?
Yeah, you can go through. You're fine. He's gonna edit it.
Yeah, I gotta edit that big booty out there.
We're gonna do peace sign.
See now, you got a lot of currency. Just
It's gonna go that way.
I'm gonna do the Chinese translation right here. Brad Pack go white.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
That's what I'm gonna do next.
All right, everybody. So we're going to be closing off. We've got Jesus Guerrero coming up next. He's a platinum with our company. Has done some incredible things in a short amount of time. He's a personal friend of mine. He and I we actually met in another network marketing company, and he wasn't on my team at that time, but he was just kind of like out by himself in the IE, just kind of doing his thing. And so I said, come on over, you can start building with our group, and we actually opened a training center together. And so since then he's become, a really good friend of mine. He's going to tell you he's a better golfer, but don't believe him. But he's just a great guy, great husband, great father, just an absolute champion, and I just love him to death. So please help me welcome Mr. Jesus Guerrero.
All right, so when Mario called me last night about 9 o'clock and asked me to do a training, actually, it's funny, when he asked me if I would do a training on the products, and I said, sure, and he goes, how much time do you need? And I said, about 30 minutes, just spend a few minutes on each thing. And after looking at it this morning, I said, bro, I'm gonna need more now, more like an hour. There's just a lot of information. And so the more I looked at it, now everybody here came in after you, right, Mario? I mean, everyone's been here since, nobody here from a long time ago, nobody from another team. Okay, so we're all pretty new. And we all came from CBD, right? Everybody who came here probably was attracted to CBD. And that's what happened to me. Okay, so before I get into the products, and I'm gonna do CBD last. Okay, I'm gonna do CBD last. Because if we run out of time, you've all heard about CBD, you've been hearing about it ad nauseum, right? Okay, so how many of you know our vision and mission for Vasayo? Has anybody read it? Really? Besides our urchin over here in the back? Okay, I'm going to read it for you. Okay, our vision is to transform lives physically, financially, spiritually, and socially through the superior delivery of products, opportunity, and community. Superior delivery. Okay, our mission is to deliver solutions to health-conscious consumers who demand superior quality and delivery of key ingredients for maximum product performance. So, yeah, we're in health and wellness. How many people know there are many, hundreds and thousands of companies that do health and wellness? What sets us apart? How can we come in and make a space? It's through superior delivery of our nutrients, okay, of our products. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is there are two. How many of you heard of liposomal delivery, of our liposomal, technology, right? That's why I got in, okay? How many of you heard about our other one? Advanced delivery technology. Our enzymes, right?
I watched the video.
Yeah, right? And so, has everyone watched the liposomal technology video?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to real quickly go through that because there are a couple things that I really want I'm going to hit on a little bit before I actually get into the products because these are things that are really important. Liposomal technology. When Mario told me, when he told me about liposomal CBD, and what do you know about this? Okay, I've been doing this for years. Chemotherapy, drugs that are poorly absorbed or very toxic at therapeutic doses, were a problem. There's a one drug that I will never forget. Thank God we rarely use it anymore. It's called amphotericin B. Very strong, very potent antifungal. Okay. People would take that drug, they would infuse it intravenously, and they'd get the shakes. They'd get chills, they'd be in pain, and it was horrible. We called it ampho-terrible. Okay, we really did. Now, they came out with a liposomal formulation of it. Thank God. Now people could tolerate it. It was great. But you know the problem? It was so expensive. It was so expensive. Administration would say, don't use it unless they absolutely can't tolerate it. If you can give them a steroid, you know, and if you can pre-medicate them with an opiate narcotic, and they can tolerate ampho-terrible, then use that. Don't use the ampho that's liposomal, Abelset, okay? And that was kind of hard for us as first-line people to look at that. Now, we know about it. We know it's a fat bubble, right? We know it's a fat bubble. It's a liposome. It's a little bubble, and inside we can sneak in our nutrients. Now, what a lot of people don't realize, nutrients go into our gastrointestinal tract. Some get absorbed 100%. Awesome. There are some antibiotics that are equally as effective orally as they are intravenously. Okay? Some get absorbed almost nothing, like curcumin or CBD. 5 to 10% get absorbed. The rest of it goes out in the feces. Okay? THC gets absorbed great. Liver knocks it out. Okay? Because there's two parts. So when you stick it in that fat bubble, it gets absorbed in our gut. It doesn't necessarily get destroyed by the stomach acids. It doesn't necessarily get destroyed by all the enzymes that are in our small intestine, but it gets absorbed. Great. First step. There's a second step, and that's the liver. Okay? And I said that I think at your house, and I was kind of joking around, but it's kind of like you've seen the Lord of the Rings, right? Everybody's seen the Lord of the Rings. I'm going to go a little geek here. But there's a scene in the Lord of the Rings where Gandalf's stopping the Balrog, and I love the Lord of the Rings. I've read the book a dozen times, the books I should say. And he goes, "You shall not pass," when he breaks the bridge. That's the liver. The liver gets to decide who's coming in. Okay, they'll say, "Okay, I'm going to change you. I'm going to break off your arm. I'm going to twist off your head, or I'm just going to denature you altogether. I'm just going to take you apart because you're no good." It sees fat, and it says, "Okay, I know you. You're good. You can just go right through." So not only does it get into the system, but it also gets past the liver. You know, it's kind of like my first car was a 1963 Plymouth Fury. Okay,
Sweet.
big bench seats, giant trunk. We'd go to the drive-in. I'd have 3 of my friends in the trunk. You know, and that's what it was. You know, you'd sneak things in. We're sneaking in nutrients. We're sneaking in drugs that normally wouldn't get absorbed. We're getting it past the gut. We're getting it past the liver. Okay? That's liposomal technology in a nutshell. The interesting thing is, what makes that bubble is the same stuff that makes our cells. So it gets absorbed so easily in our cells. Nutrients get into our cells like you wouldn't believe. I'm sorry, if you're not using liposomal technology for your nutrients, you're not doing it as good as we are. Okay? And that's I'm not going to take questions right now just because of time, and at the end I'll answer.
How about if I know what even 5? Can you give me that?
What's your question?
Just one question I've been dying to ask. If you mix any of these products with any other superfood, say spirulina, does the liposomal attract with it to go into the spirulina that I put with, let's say, V3?
I don't believe that the liposomal bubble will break to accept it.
Okay.
Okay? But in fact, I'm pretty sure it would not.
Okay.
It won't get denatured. It won't get actually broken until it gets absorbed into the cells.
Okay. Okay. So it's balanced. Okay. Thank you.
Now, our second technology, which people aren't aware of, is the advanced delivery technology. What is that? Okay, what happens is when we dry out herbs, when we dry out plants, okay, you actually lose some of the enzymes. And those enzymes are absolutely necessary to help them get absorbed and help them get utilized by the body. That's why what's best is if we're eating lots of fruits and vegetables, because we want those from fruits and vegetables. But what's the problem? We've already talked about this, right? We know that what we're getting from our agriculture is not as good as what it was decades ago. Our soil's depleted. Our fruits and vegetables aren't, even if we're going full organic, they're not gonna be as good as what we were getting years ago. We're losing some nutrients. Now, I have a community garden. We grow our own. You know, we do a lot of our own. It's still, you know, we put a lot into our soil, so I'm pretty happy with what we're growing. But at the same time, I know I'm not getting enough. Okay? What Vasayo has done is they have utilized what's called a smart enzyme technology, where they put the enzymes back into our product, which allows it to get absorbed. Some of our products are not liposomal. Did you know that? I didn't. I did. Some are not, but they utilize our smart enzyme technology. One of our products has both. Okay, so this is important. We want superior delivery of nutrients. Okay, now I don't know about you guys. Oh, and there's another thing I really want to point out. I don't know if you've noticed, but Alan Larson seems to really like antioxidants. He loves antioxidants. Do we even know what that means? What is oxidative stress? Anyone really know? There's some of you probably that do. Oxidative stress. And you know, when I was telling my wife about this, yeah, I'm gonna talk about oxidative stress, and I'm gonna talk about electrons that are unpaired and this, and she's like, okay, and so I'm gonna get it real quick. Oxidative stress is when you have free radicals, okay, free radicals, and I'm gonna give an analogy in a minute. Free radicals that are greater than the amount of your body's ability to counteract them via antioxidants. The source of antioxidants, the best source of antioxidants that we can get are from our diet. Our body makes a little bit, but not nearly enough. Okay, so what is it? What's a free radical versus antioxidant? Let's say you're at a party and everybody can have 2 beers, but you gotta get them at the same time. Mario gets there late, so he only gets 1 beer, and he's pissed. He is not happy because he wants a second beer. Well, being kind of a thug, he starts smacking people. He wants to take somebody else's beer. He's creating a ruckus, knocking stuff over, okay? Well, Tanya's awesome, right? So Tanya comes along and she goes, hey, Mario, relax, here. I have an extra beer that you can have. So now Mario's calm. Mario was a free radical. He was missing an electron. He was causing all kinds of damage. Damage to DNA, damage to cell structure, damage to fat cells, okay? What does that result in? Well, aging, cancer, mutation. That's the problem with free radicals. So our antioxidants balance those free radicals out, calm them down, and actually start to repair some of the damage. Now, is that crystal clear? We all know what oxidative stress is. We all know what free radicals and antioxidants do, right?
How many beers did he have?
Well, you know what? By the end of the night, he had a lot. Okay, so now I don't know about you guys. I came for the CBD, and I jumped in. I got the big package, and I got this big box of stuff. Now you will not find a bigger skeptic on anything natural or anything big pharma than me. Okay, I don't trust anything. So I got a big box of stuff. I opened it. Well, I put it on the couch. We have 2 couches. It was only a family of 3. We don't use one. Put it on the couch. Opened the box, and I said, "What am I going to do with all this stuff?" Closed it. For probably a week to 2 weeks. Okay, I did not look back. Finally, after a bit, I said, "Oh, I might as well look and see what's in here." So I come walk in. I go in, open the package. Right, we have all these stuff. Right, and the first thing I picked up was V3. And I looked at it, okay, what is it? Energy. Wow. Energy. You mean like Monster and Red Bull? Heart attack? I don't want that. Oh, what's this? V Slim. Weight management. Anyone ever hear Fen-Fen? Fen-Fen. Heart attack? And I'm like going through. Oh, what's this one? This one. Oh, Eternal. That's pretty, right? Fancy box. Oh, what is this? Oh. Super antioxidant blend stuff. Wow, that's what I have. Red wine and dark chocolate. So I'm going through this, and this is what I'm thinking. Neuro. I know somebody that could use neuro. I know several people that can use neuro. You know actually who can use neuro? You know who can use neuro? Everybody that you talk to about Vasayo that said no, they need to use neuro. Get it to them, and then they'll come back to you. Okay, and so as I was going through, and I was pretty much immediately just dismissing everything immediately. And then I got to sleep. I work nights. I work 7 nights in a row, 7 days off. Some weeks I never flip over. I'll get a few hours here, take a nap, a few hours here, take a nap. I like melatonin. I will not touch Ambien. I will not touch Restoril. A benzodiazepine will not go in me unless I'm in the hospital. Okay? So, sleep. I look at, okay, what's in here? Oh, melatonin. Liposomal melatonin. Okay. GABA. Oh, okay. This might be something I can use. I'll take a look at that, I'll take a look at that. And then I saw Renew, and those of you that know me know that I love this stuff. Okay, I'm going, okay, what's this one? Curcumin. Curcumin is phenomenal. Curcumin as an anti-inflammatory has been shown to be even as potent or more potent than some of the non-steroidal anti-inflammatories that you need a prescription for. Okay? Vasayo's marketing this as joint relief, as joint health. Okay? That's scratching the surface as to what curcumin does. And there's more here than just curcumin. Okay? I said, oh, okay, liposomal curcumin. Well, I read a study years ago that compared curcumin absorption. And you know which worked the best? They tried different ways of getting it absorbed into the system. The best? Liposomal. And I was blown away. I'm saying, okay, wait. Okay, so they've got liposomal curcumin. There might be something to this. There just might be something to this. And so I actually had to take a step back and I start looking. Now, we have some incredible products. I'm not lying to you, okay? And our two that I think, well, you know, I love them all. I'm kind of trying to think, how am I gonna get around, you know, not using all these, right? And okay, well, I'm at gold, I can afford all these. I'm not platinum, I can afford all these. So anyway, I'm gonna start with Eternal. Because we just finished talking about antioxidants. Okay, so Eternal. Don't worry guys, my outline's only 10 pages long. Okay? But I'm not gonna go over all of it because my wife's eyes are rolling in the back of her head. So I'm not gonna go into each and every single antioxidant like I planned to. I'm not gonna talk about each and every vitamin like I thought, or flavonoids, what I thought would be great. I'm not gonna go into detail on all the omega fatty acids, you know, whether they're essential or not essential or whatever. I'm just gonna talk a little bit, okay? Eternal has more antioxidants than in anything I have ever seen. Now, I drink Monavie. Juice, it was all right. I believe in antioxidants. This stuff is phenomenal. Now, I'm trying to find my spot here because I have so much stuff written down. Talk about that. I like that. Eternal. There we go. Okay. So, now if you've tried the Eternal or if you've seen it, little packet, and it is liposomal. Okay. Now, what does it say? It contains powerful polyphenols. What are antioxidants? It helps raise collagen level. Oh my goodness. You guys know about collagen? You guys know about bone broth? Oh, bone broth's phenomenal. You have problems with your joints, your skin, your hair. Bone broth is primarily, it's jello if you do it the right way. Okay? That's collagen. It's considered a superfood in and of itself. So they put antioxidants and collagen in there? Are you kidding me? What else is in here? It helps promote cellular lifespan because of decreased oxidative stress. Okay? All those antioxidants. Now, when we talk about all the things that are in there, like glutathione, which, by the way, glutathione is one of the most powerful antioxidants on the planet, extremely poorly absorbed. How do we get around that? Liposomes, right? Liposome technology. And so, what does it do? Well, it's great for psoriasis, insulin resistance, Parkinson's disease, autoimmune diseases, you know, but it's poor, it's not well absorbed. Well, we beat that problem, didn't we? Okay? And there are so many other ones. We've got CoQ10, which is great for like heart issues, for migraines. There's talk about the collagen. They talk about the superfoods. Now, I'd already mentioned foods, right? Eating all the colors of the rainbow to get all the different antioxidants, right? Not talking about Skittles. Okay? The colors of the rainbow. We're talking about the superfruit blend, and you know, the sunflower lecithin. Have you guys heard about lecithin? Lecithin, okay. Lecithin's interesting because in Canada, if you believe it, for nursing mothers, Canada actually recommends you use it because it actually helps to prevent ducts from getting blocked. Okay? I'd never heard of that before. And sunflower lecithin, not soy, because almost all soy is GMO, and it has been genetically modified. Ours is sunflower non-GMO, which is important. And it also helps with Alzheimer's and skin products, and it's also used in skin products. So, you guys, Eternal is blow away. I've never seen anything, and I've been trying to research, and I was trying to find something to compare Eternal to. There's nothing like it. So, to be honest, if that was our only product, this is a $1 billion company. Okay? Now, cord. Cord. I use a plant-based multivitamin. It's great. And it costs me $50 a month. And I use an omega-3 product, an omega, fatty acids product. It costs me $30. It doesn't come close to having everything here. You could take all these vitamins and play a game of Scrabble. Okay? There's the amount of vitamins that are in here. Now you get, I'm not kidding you, when I say this is the best deal, this is what, like $65 at least? It's about $65 for this? This is saving me money.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's got everything. This one utilizes our smart enzyme technology, okay, because we have all these phytochemicals. Now I'm gonna touch on something real quick. Years ago they did a study, and they were testing, let's check and see what beta carotene does. Let's see how good it is. And they had thousands of people on beta carotene. You know what they found out? It causes cancer. What? It causes cancer. And people were blown away. How can that be happening? This is a phytochemical that we need. Well, what they did when they looked a little more closely at it is the stuff that was synthetically made in a lab was the ones that were related to higher incidence of cancer. The stuff that was natural from a plant source was not. So if you're thinking about the vitamins that you're getting, if it's not a plant-based vitamin, then it's probably being synthesized in a lab, because they can make that a lot cheaper than growing plants, than processing the plants and trying to keep that stuff intact. Okay? We don't think about that though, right? When we talk about the energy drinks, you heard a lot about people having a lot of heart attacks.
Yep.
A lot of that was synthetic caffeine. Okay, synthetic, man-made in a lab. They didn't get that from coffee. They didn't get it from guarana. They didn't get it from green tree. It was from a lab. Okay, think about that when you're actually looking at your source, and when you're talking about to people, say, you know what, you can't get the synthetic stuff in the lab. You want natural from a plant, but be careful, because if it's being processed and dried, which it is, because you're not getting a whole bag of cabbage, right? If it's being processed and dried, you're losing enzymes. The enzymes are necessary for it to be absorbed. It's necessary for it to be utilized. And if it doesn't have those enzymes, it's not working. We get around that. How do we get around that? With smart enzyme technology. Okay. So what else is in it? Well, it fills nutritional gaps. I know some of you guys stopped at McDonald's on the way here, right, for breakfast? I guarantee you didn't get any of that vitamins. Okay, and so it pretty much helps with every aspect of your nutrition in your body. It's blow away. I will never buy another vitamin product again. Okay, that's what I'm getting. It's core. Anyways, again, it's got the complete spectrum. It's got trace elements. When we're feeding people intravenously using TPNs, we're putting in trace elements, okay? Because they're important. So again, and also has the digestive glands. I mean, it's got the digestive enzymes. This, like when they say it's core complete, it is complete. You don't need anything else. Of course, it's got antioxidants. You want to give it with Eternal, even more antioxidants, okay? Okay, so I got to pick up the pace, or the music and the hook's coming out. Okay, Renew. I already touched on it. It's got curcumin, which is phenomenal. Look at India, low incidence of much lower incidence of Alzheimer's than anywhere else. A lot of that they believe is based on turmeric. Curcumin comes from turmeric. Okay, joint health, anti-inflammatory, phenomenal stuff. Jeez, can't even get to ginger root extract. Okay, I gotta touch on the shiitake mushrooms. Okay, I got it. It's in there. Shiitake mushrooms. Who knew? I just thought it was something we ate, right? Shiitakes are phenomenal. Okay, I'm gonna read this for you. It boosts your immune system against viruses like HIV. Okay, like the common cold, flu. It's an immune booster. It lowers blood pressure. Okay, so it helps with hardening of the arteries. It helps cardiovascular stuff. It's great for diabetes. It helps to regulate blood sugar. Eczema. Anybody here have skin problems? I do. It helps with eczema. It helps with treating cancer like prostate cancer and breast cancer. It's an anti-aging agent because it helps with antioxidants. Shiitake mushrooms. It needs a better name. It does. It does. I don't know. Let's call it the Dallin Larson mushroom. It needs a better name. Okay. Sleep, I touched on that. Sleep. I tell you, I love this stuff. This stuff is one's always gonna. I'm gonna travel with sleep. There we go. Now, real quick, melatonin helps you get into sleep naturally. I should let you come up and talk about sleep. Okay, melatonin kind of helps you get to sleep. It's not real long acting. It helps you get there, right? Anybody ever get insomnia where you're just thinking, can't turn it off?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we call that Vasayo insomnia right now.
Yes.
And so, but there's also something called GABA in here. And what GABA does is it helps calm your mind. Okay? So if you're having trouble, if you're thinking too much, it actually helps to slow down and calm your mind. It helps to, wait, where am I? Yeah, and so it inhibits the nerve activity, allowing you to slowly relax. It helps you to get to a deeper sleep faster, so you sleep a little longer. To be honest, I use this and I combine it with a CBD oil, and I sleep like a baby. You know, I don't move. I don't move. You know, I wake up and I'm in the same position. I use the 4 sprays. Okay, 2 to 4 sprays depending on you. You know, but I use the 4 sprays. Okay, neuro. Seriously, get the people who said no on neuro. Okay. Okay, they say elevates cognitive function. I don't know about percentages. I don't know how much it's gonna make you smarter, brainier, or anything else. I just know that the herbs and the things that are in here, every single thing in here helps to promote clarity. Okay, it helps to, the brain fog. You know how it is. Like sometimes, like, oh God, I get that at work when I don't get enough sleep. Okay, and that's scary if you think about it. You don't want your pharmacist that's double checking your chemo to be kind of.
Where do you work?
Where do you work?
So, and I was going to tell you about all the products that are in it, but all the products, the citicoline, the bacopa, some of the stuff's been being used for hundreds and hundreds of years, like in India. Okay, a lot of it being used. It's great for like Alzheimer's, for mental clarity, for ADHD. Okay, so great product. I think it's one that's a little overlooked, but it's a phenomenal product. And like I said, give it to the people who said no. Vtox. Now, I'll be able to give a personal report on Vtox soon. Okay. Okay. Vtox. I don't know if you know. We have, how many organs do we have that help clear out the toxins in our body? Okay. Someone studied. You can do this stuff. Okay. So we have the liver. We have the kidneys. Those are the 2 everybody thinks about. We also have the colon. We have the skin. And what else? Lungs. Very good. We don't think about it. All those things help us to detoxify ourselves and to get the stuff that we acquired through our diet. Because those of you who stopped and got that, Egg McMuffin this morning. Okay. Our diet, but also through our pollutants. Okay. Personally, I have a high ferritin level, and it's been climbing, and I don't know why. And so I've got to recheck in 3 months. Okay, I'm going to try the Vtox. My doctor tried to give me a supplement that was about $130 for the supplement. Okay, I'm going to try the Vtox. I'll report back in a few months. Okay, but this has got a ton of products in there, and it's got a liposomal milk thistle. One thing about, they're saying why this helps with weight loss is because of fat cells. Okay, fat cells actually store a lot of toxins. Okay, now when the body goes to the fat cell and say, hey, we need to break you down and use you for energy, the fat cell says, nope, can't do that right now. I'm babysitting all these toxins. I've got all these heavy metals. I've got all this stuff in here I can't let go of to be utilized for energy right now. So it's hard to lose weight when you have all these toxins. So when you can get those toxins out, okay, then that fat cell can be utilized for energy and you can lose the weight. So being on something that like Vtox, it's going to help you get you detoxified, get those toxins out, going to help with weight loss. So that's why you'll see in our weight loss packages, you'll see Vtox along with the Slim. Okay. V3, natural energy. So, Vasayo says, natural sustained energy, replenish your body, enhance mood and cognition, supports antioxidant activity. Okay, so what's in it? Anyone there about how great coconut juice is? And coconut powder? For hydration, antioxidant. I mean, it's considered a new superfood. Everybody wants the coconuts, right? And so It's got the dehydrated coconut powder, which is for hydration and vitamins. It also has green tea. Okay, green tea, antioxidants, chlorophyll, and caffeine. Each little packet has roughly about 60 milligrams of caffeine. Okay. Now, what I like, I don't know if anybody else here, anyone else here like a little piece of chocolate with their coffee? I've always loved that, you know, more so than like the mochas. Just a piece of dark chocolate with some strong coffee, it like makes me happy. Well, one thing I just found out, and I didn't realize, okay, it's theobromide. Theobromide combined with caffeine gives you something called euphoria. Euphoria. Actually, you kind of get happy when you drink your V3? It's got theobromide in there too. Mario gets happy. I'm telling you, so we're combining a natural, high quality caffeine, 60 milligrams with theobromide, and it makes you feel good. It makes you feel good. And it's not addicting, that's a great thing, right? And I can go on more, there's other things like spirulina and something there. Now, CBD. CBD is a hard one for me, okay? And it's only hard because I actually decided to read in the back office, okay? Now, I'm gonna tell you, CBD is used for a lot of things. I'm gonna tell you that CBD is used for ADHD, CBD is used for seizures. It's actually approved by the FDA for use in seizures in kids. You've probably seen videos on YouTube about the guy with Parkinson's and he can't stop shaking, and within CBD they relax, and they're like almost normal. You've probably seen where people like, I can't sleep, or I'm anxious all the time, or how much CBD is helping my autistic child, okay? CBD has so many uses, everything from post-traumatic stress disorder to pain and inflammation in cancer patients. CBD is a phenomenal thing, and to be honest, I have a hard time believing it sometimes, because it's, Mario's heard me say, I think it's like snake oil. The old time westerns where guys are selling, hey, it's snake oil, it's good for everything, okay? But it really does work. But we have to be careful, because we're not allowed to say it. Now, if you've got in your back office, you may have seen something like this, okay? And so when you're talking about CBD1, you can't say this is going to treat your ADHD with your child, or it's going to treat this, it's going to treat that, or it will cure this, okay? You're setting yourself up for problems, okay? So be very careful when you're talking about CBD, okay? Yeah, we love it. And we've got testimonies coming out of them. How many new testimonies does Mario get every single day? People are crying. We've seen it, okay? We've seen people weeping, but be careful. Now, that being said, sell the shit out of this stuff, because it's phenomenal. You know how many people are going to be blessed with CBD for how many ailments? Be careful how you word it. It may help with this. It may help with your trouble concentrating. That's ADHD. Okay? It may help with muscle discomfort from exercise or overuse. That's pain, right? It may help you relax to go to sleep. That's insomnia. So don't say the disease states if you can help yourself. It's hard. It's hard, because I want to tell everybody and scream it from the rooftops what this will do. Be very careful. I encourage all of you to review what's in the back office as far as what you can say and what you can't, okay? But we all know, I think we've all been around long enough, right, to know how amazing CBD is, because that's why we got here, right? Okay. Mario, how much time do I have left? 5 minutes? You guys have seen this. It's for the social media posts. Okay, you'll notice it's very non-specific, but it gives a lot of information. Okay, so try to keep your CBD posts to something that's not going to get you in trouble, but talk about it. Talk about how powerful CBD is, because that's what's going to bring people in. And you know what? And CBD, I think it's going to be around a long, long time. Don't count Big Pharma out yet. I think it has been suppressed for years because of Big Pharma. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to do it again. Some states like New York is already saying you cannot put CBD in foods. Restaurants that were using CBD, they can't do it. So don't be surprised if places are starting to try to cut back, okay? So But CBD is what's gonna, like Mario's been saying, all these other things are phenomenal. They're phenomenal, okay, no lie. I'm gonna keep using CBD, but I'm gonna use Core for the rest of my life. I'm gonna use Renew for the rest of my life. Stop smiling, because you know I know you're getting paid. I'm gonna use CBD, at least the oil, but probably the cream, because I'm always aching about something. V3, I work nights until I hit Black Diamond retire. Sleep, come on. All this stuff's phenomenal, you guys. Now, I know I didn't go into a lot of detail with anything. In order to do that, I would need an entire day. Okay. But rest assured, you're in the right company at the right time. We have the right leadership, the best products with the best delivery systems in the market. And on that, you can be proud of. On that, you can share proudly. We're the best. And let's say prove it. You're gonna find people saying, well, I wanna see all the studies. Okay, yeah, sure, okay, sure. Send those people tomorrow, he loves urchins. Now, is there any?
Me no like the urchin.
Yeah, urchins and sharks are kind of like mortal enemies, but. So, okay, do I have any time for questions?
Sir, I do appreciate your time, and I know your time is very valuable. Myself, I know the fact that out of 4 fishes, I'm a dolphin and shark. So
Okay.
even myself intrigued about this already. But on my group of people, they especially overseas, like they're urchin and whale. They want to help people. They want to get boosts and stuff. Would you ever, be, like, if you have more time to record certain things that we can ourselves translate into the language that they understand? Like, would you break it down, each elements? But today is only 1 hour.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Would you
Yeah,
ever,
we
or
do
is it in the back office already, or?
There's some stuff in the back office from the Science
Because from
Advisory
yours,
Board,
specifically, yeah.
Science Advisory Board, and you can definitely find some information. And then the actual individual sheets give a lot of good information. But if you wanted something more, like a report or something, yeah, we can work something.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
My question, okay, obviously not the V-Slim, but with your expertise, what would you say as far as like being able to take any of the supplements for women who are pregnant or breastfeeding?
Okay, I didn't look at that specifically.
Okay.
But all these are natural plant ingredients for the most part. And what, Elise has an answer for that?
I have an answer too.
I asked them breastfeeding mom, their I asked products directly, which ones were safe and which ones weren't. The only, and I asked Dr. Gibbs, so the only one that you shouldn't take is the detox, because when you exit the toxins, it goes into your bloodstream, and that's only when you're pregnant. And once you have birth, you can do the detox again.
Hear that?
Yeah.
The detox, like a detox.
Yeah, she said the detox, according to someone on the Science Advisory Board, it's a detox. Thank you, Elise. Yes?
Being specific about the neuro,
Yes.
my grandson has speech problems, speech therapy, so I wanna give it to him, but he's 3. Is that too young?
You could break it up.
Yeah, right now they're saying you can break it in half and give half, and you can mix it, for example, if they don't like it, you can mix it with something like an applesauce or something. And that's actually what we do within the hospital setting, if we have to break open a capsule. And so it's gonna be a powder, but.
And Tracy Gibbs said, it's really any age, but legally you have to
Yeah.
support.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about, the 4
yeah.
on the box is more like liability
Yeah.
stuff.
And how often can you take the V3?
Well, I took 2 on the way here.